How you doing? This is Ben Fisher with the Hosting News, and we're live here the first day of HostingCon 2014. And I'm with John Zanni, the CMO for Parallels. And if you haven't heard about Parallels, Parallels is control panel software for the hosting industry. So, and actually, you're one of the top control panels for the hosting industry, aren't you, John?
Yes, we are. We have a majority share worldwide, and we're continuing to work hard to improve our products.
Right on. I remember being at the summit, and at that time you launched the marketplace, and you've got some new news now for us, though, about Plesk 12, right?
That is correct. So today we're using HostingCon as our platform to launch our new Plesk 12. The interesting thing about Plesk 12 is it's not just Plesk 11, but better. It's designed for new solutions to have hosters grow their channel and reach new audiences.
So tell us a little bit more about how can they reach new audiences.
Well, if you look at the history of growth of web servers, there's still quite a bit of growth happening. But 3 years ago, most of that share of growth was with hosters. For example, Amazon Web Services, Linode, DigitalOcean had maybe 5% of new web servers. This year, they're over 50%. The top 50 hosters by growth are over 60%. So they're still growing as well, but then everybody else is actually shrinking. So we looked in to see what was happening, and what we saw is that those who were selling solutions, targeting a specific customer, are the ones that were able to reach that audience and get their business.
Very interesting. So what other kind of new things do you have on the horizon?
So we created 4 new versions in addition to our standard Plesk. First, we created a brand new security core for site-to-server security across all our products. So we partnered with Atomic Corp, Fail2Ban, to be able to put in security rules to make your servers and site more secure to lower your support costs. Additionally, we created these 4 new versions. One for SMB who are managing their own services. There's an app developer edition now for developers who want to build applications and easily deploy them to their customers. One I'm the most excited about is actually the Web Pro edition. That has the capabilities to manage WordPress sites in bulk. So now, when you or your customer installs WordPress sites, you can easily keep them up to date, make sure the add-ons are the most current one, that it is the most secure and the most safe version of WordPress that's running on the site.
Interesting. So does it go through a security check, actually, with the plugins themselves?
It does. Actually, what we do, because WordPress, the WordPress site itself is designed for this, is we use the WordPress APIs to go to the site, compare the plugins that you have on your server to the versions of the plugins that you have on the WordPress site, and if the WordPress site has a more current one, we notify you. And then you, as a service provider, can decide if you want to upgrade it or not.
Interesting. And we all know WordPress can be definitely one of the most insecure things that are out there. So that's definitely a benefit. What about as far as optimizing performance for WordPress sites?
So as soon as you have a more secure site, you'll be able to improve the performance for WordPress natively. So while we haven't done anything into the core code of WordPress to improve the performance, we made sure that rogue add-ins, plugins, that could be installed or improper installations of WordPress are quickly identified for you to be able to fix them, and importantly in bulk. So one of the challenges today for a WordPress hoster is if you do catch, let's say you have 10 WordPress sites that need to update a plugin, you actually have to do the same work 10 times. Right. With Plesk 12, you click a button and all 12 get updated at the same time.
So that's actually a really great advantage for anybody that is in the obviously being able to update thousands of WordPress installations all at the same time, plus having security capabilities. Definitely a great advantage.
Yes, absolutely. And then we've also, the 4th version is the Web Host Edition. So this is the version used by shared hosters. because there's still quite a few of our customers who have thousands of websites that they offer to their customers in email.
Shared hosting is still around.
It is still around. It might not be growing as fast as some, but it's rather large, and people are still using websites. So we make sure we maximize your server density to have the most secure sites, the most stable server. We have partnered with companies like Cloudflare to have add-ons that you can easily create even more a more compelling offer for your customers. So we've made quite a bit of improvements there, all targeted at selling a solution to your customer or a managed service, which you can actually charge more for. And this is how hosters are growing today.
Makes a lot of sense. Actually, curious question for you. I don't know if you have the answer off the top of your head, but I remember back at the Parallels conference, you had some interesting information as far as statistics on where the industry was currently at, as far as number of shared hosters, dedicated, managed, etc. Do you have any updated information on that?
I do not. I think it's probably around the same. We're seeing more and more move into a hybrid mode where businesses are consuming services from multiple cloud offerings from multiple hosters as well as internal. But once again, this was actually brought up at a panel earlier today. It depends on the business you target. If you're going after companies that are around 5 or 6 employees, they will be able to get everything from you and most likely all hosted. The moment you have 50 employees or the company has 50 employees or more, then you have more of a hybrid mode, which requires a more sophisticated system to be able to manage those services.
Awesome. Well, great. Do you have any closing thoughts, anything else that you'd like to share with the audience?
Well, speaking of sophisticated systems, okay. I'll just do a quick update on Parallels Automation.
Awesome.
Since we released Parallels Automation announcement at Summit, Ingram Micro went live last week. So now, if you want to resell SaaS services, you can go to Ingram, and you don't have to deploy the large infrastructure that Parallels Automation is, and become a reseller of those services through Ingram, fully white labeled. Actually, they provide tier 1 support for you, so they made it a very turnkey solution. We also just launched a case study where Cobweb in the UK used the capabilities in Parallels Automation to test out a new offer attaching Link to Microsoft Exchange, and they were able to get high attach rates, over 80%. And now that the pilot is done, they're going to go into production with that as well. So this show is about Plesk 12, but our other business lines are doing quite well as well. And so if you're here at HostingCon, come and check out Plesk 12. If you're not, go to parallels.com/SP and check out what we have to see.
There you go. You've got your call to action. So now you know what to do. So here we are, HostingCon. We're live. John Zanni, Parallels. Thanks so much for coming, John. Really do appreciate it, especially on the first day, first interview.
First day, first interview, and that means everybody who sees this can come and say hi to me too.
Exactly. Come visit you down the show floor, right?
Yeah, I'll be here and at the parties at night.
I think we'll all be at the parties. So thanks so much. This has been Fisher with the Hosting News, and there you go. We've got Parallels and John Zanni. And talk to you soon.